Hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about Git and GitHub. So Git is a tool that we use to track our changes to the files, and also we use Git to share our changes in our Python files or any type of files with other developers. So we can download a file, change it, push it to GitHub, and then other people can download the changes from that file and then make changes and then push it back. And this is a very easy way for developers to work on a Python file together because we can't have two developers working on the same file at the same time. So I'm going to show you how to use Git and also to push your files to GitHub as well in this video. So the first thing we need to do is open up our terminal and say git just to check if we have it. So if it does this, that means you do have it, and if you don't have it, it'll say that git does not exist or that your computer doesn't know what git is. And if that's the case, then make sure you watch my installation video on where I show you how to install VS Code, Python, Git, and Postgres. And then if you do have it, then continue. So here we're going to initialize Git in our Python project file. So if you do remember my last video, I have my Python virtual environment on my task list file folder. So I'm going to change the directory, or I'm going to first go over to my D drive and then cd code slash task list backward slash and there. And now we're going to say git init. So what this is going to do is going to initialize git in this folder, and it's also going to create a folder called .git in the folder that we install it in. So let me hit enter here and initialize empty git repository. So now if we go over here, you can see that this .git was created. And if you don't see this, then you have to go to view and make sure that this hidden items is checked, because it's actually a hidden item. If we have it unchecked, this is what it's going to show. So make sure you have hidden items open here and there. Now what we need to do is we need to start tracking the files that we want to track. So I have only one Python file that I want to be tracked, and I'm going to say git add, and I'm going to track main.py. So here I say main.py and I hit enter. So now it has added main.py and it's tracking it. And now I want to be able to push this main.py to GitHub. So the first thing I need to do is commit this main.py. And this is sort of like backing up main.py and kind of saving it as well. So, or saving the version. So here I'm going to say commit, and I'm going to say dash m or minus m and double quotes, and this is just a way to name the version that I'm committing. So this is version 1 because it's my first commit. You can also say commit 1 or first commit. So here I'm going to click enter, and oh, forgot to say git commit. Sorry about that. So git dash commit or git commit dash m version 1. Now if I hit enter, there you go. It says 1 file changed, 11 insertions. So that's basically how you know that it's backed up. And then, or if you haven't changed the file at all and it's empty, it's going to say that there's nothing that happened to the file. So now we have to open up our web browser and head over to github.com, and we're gonna click this sign up right here. So it's autofilling my old account, so I'm just gonna delete all of this, and I'm gonna call it Nihar Tutorial, and then I'm gonna copy that and paste it. Now you have to give your email address, so nihartutorial@gmail.com. This is a fake email, by the way. Or this is not a fake email, but it's just dummy email that I created just for this video, and then I'm going to say give a password. And then you can click yes or no for this. I'm just gonna click no because I don't want anyone using this email. And then I'm gonna say verify, and it's gonna say pick the dice pair adding up to 7. So let's see, 5 and 2, and 4 and 3. Now I'm gonna hit create account, and I'm just gonna say no to saving it, and there you go. So now I'm just going to say student and moderate amount, and here I'm just gonna say learn Git, learn Git, and sure, I'm interested in languages, complete setup. So now you just have to verify, so let me just verify it and then I'll come back to you. Alright, so now that I have verified and I closed it and reopened it and I logged in, now if you see here on the left hand side it says create a repository, and we're going to be pushing our files into this repository. So I'm going to call it task list, and the description you can leave it blank because it says optional, and whether you choose public or private, I'm going to keep it public, but when you say private, only a certain number of people can see it and also make changes, whereas here anyone can see it but only a certain number of people can make changes. So I'm going to keep it public so you can see it, and then I'm not going to check any of these, and I'm going to create the repository. So now it opens up this page, and what you want to do is paste these 3 lines into the terminal/command prompt. So you open it up, make sure to change the directory, so cd code/task list, and now you're going to say the first line, which is basically like linking the local Git to the GitHub, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so the remote origin already exists, so I didn't have to do that. I already did it a little while ago. And now we're going to say this. And then we're going to say push. We're going to push it pretty much. So now this is the actual part where we push main.py to the repository. So now it's going to ask you to sign in because remember that not anyone can just make changes. So I'm just going to hit authorize here. And now if you come back here, just give it a sec and it's done. So now you can go back to the task list, go back and reload the page, and now we can see that we have main.py here, and everything in main.py is also right here. Great, so now let's make a change to main.py and then repush. And that's actually pretty simple. So if we go over here and we open up main.py with VS Code, and let's just make a change. Instead of hello world, let's just say hello. How about that? And now let's just save this and close it up. And let's move over to the command prompt. And now we have to commit it one more time. So we say git commit -m, and we're going to say version 2 because now it's the second version. And we hit enter there. And as you can see, I deleted something and I added something, and I only changed one file. And now all we have to say now is just git and push, and it is done. So now if we head back over to the task list and we go back and reload the page, you can see that I just pushed a new version 22 seconds ago. As you can see, version 2. and it only says hello. So that's how you push files using Git to GitHub. And in the next video, we're going to start working on the project. But that's all for now. Bye!